What's up, fam? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. As you can see, I'm in my live studio following OU's 49-27 win against Texas Tech. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about immediately following the show was Baker Mayfield's NFL Draft stock, which is becoming a point of contention for OU fans, college football fans, and NFL scouts when you think about it. And I'm going to get into the good, the bad, and the ugly about Baker Mayfield's NFL Draft stock after the bumper. If you're new to my channel or this is your first time here, remember to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you can join the notification squad, because I upload a video every single day, and this is the place for OU football news, notes, commentary, college football news, notes, and commentary. This is where you want to be. Join the community. Join the Savage Sooner Nation. All right, bumper.
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
So Brooke Pryor, who's a reporter for the Oklahoman, was Johnny on the spot last night and got to Todd McShay to ask him some very important questions about just how Baker Mayfield could fare in the NFL and in the NFL Draft. Todd McShay was good enough to give her some very frank answers about what he believes is good and bad about Baker Mayfield's game. The criticism they had of Baker Mayfield was one that we're, as Sooner fans, used to hearing, which is Baker's just not tall enough. Now, as a 5'5" black man, I take offense to that because, well, I can do anything. And there's proof that I could do anything because Jakeem Grant is 5'6", and he was styling on dudes. And Nate Robinson, 5'5". Spud Webb's 5'5". But, you know, Baker Mayfield's 6 feet tall, and 6 feet is not short. And I understand that the NFL is full of behemoths and larger-than-life monsters playing football. Let's cue Jadeveon Clowney's tape here. But, you know, Baker Mayfield is one of the best college football players ever. You know, he's consistently been in the Heisman conversation, and he's been invited to the ceremony twice. And this being his senior year, he's playing some of his best football. He completes passes at nearly 75% a pop. That means 3 out of every 4 passes he throws is completed. That's not a small thing. And he's doing it with inexperienced running backs and inexperienced wide receivers. But the knock on him is that sometimes he wants to go long when he should go short. And we saw a little bit of that when he threw a ball to Mark Andrews that you can make a debate about whether Mark Andrews gave up on, or what he should have done was taken the perfectly easy check down to a Trey Sermon who was wide open in the middle of the field, which would have been for about 5 to 7 yards, but Baker wanted the big gain. And that's what Baker does, right? That's the kind of guy that you get with Baker Mayfield. And now you've got this character thread that is basically reared up in the last several months because Baker goes his own way, man. Baker is a hype man, all right? He's the kind of guy who will take the OU flag and plant it in the middle of the shoe at Ohio State, and that's going to rub some people the wrong way. It's not going to rub people the wrong way who are on his team, because people will tell you that know Baker Mayfield, he is the ultimate team guy. And his teammates love him, and they love the hype that he brings. But if you're an outsider, that might rub you some kind of way. So the word that I saw on CBS Sports when I was looking at Baker Mayfield's draft stock was that he's somehow polarizing, which I don't get. But on the other hand, I guess if you don't want a guy who wants to put his body on the line to win football games, who's unafraid to be competitive, and who is unafraid to talk noise and back it up, then no, you don't want a Baker Mayfield. You want a robot. And as far as this part about Baker Mayfield just not being a prototypical quarterback, look, man, nobody thought Tom Brady was going to be any good. Nobody thought Russell Wilson was going to be any good. I mean, the NFL is full of players that just proved that they could play football, especially at the quarterback position. You know, Drew Brees, the knock on him was that he was too short. Drew Brees is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play professional football. So I reject all of that categorically. However, none of that changes how Todd McShay feels about Baker Mayfield's chances of being drafted on day 1. He's called him a day 2 quarterback, basically like Luke Falk at Washington State. He's put guys like Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, and Sam Darnold ahead of Baker Mayfield, and he really doesn't expect to see Baker Mayfield go before 2nd or 3rd round of the draft, maybe even later. And there's some people that would have you believe that Baker Mayfield could go undrafted. This after the man has been in the Heisman conversation for the last 3 years of his career. One Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year is probably a shoo-in for the best the Davey O'Brien Award, which is the best quarterback in the country. And Todd McShay himself even went on record as saying Baker Mayfield is the best college quarterback in the country, and yet somehow many people don't believe that his game translates to the NFL. There's some people that even believe that Baker Mayfield is not even the best draft prospect on his own team. They'd be pointing to guys like Ogbo Okonkwo, right? The do-everything jack linebacker, defensive end, whatever you want to call him, pass rusher, who is destroying defenses. Against Texas Tech, he had 10 tackles and 1 sack. I mean, Obo was everywhere. He was just everywhere. Another guy to take a look at, according to Todd McShay, is Orlando Brown. We all know that the big left tackle has a future in the NFL. It's about whether or not he can keep it together and keep those personal fouls in check. Even guys to keep an eye on, to take a look at for the future, would be Caleb Kelly. Good linebacker. Devontae Lampkin was another guy he pointed to as a guy to keep an eye on. But the thing that most infuriated me about the Todd McShay interview was the guy he believes is the most impressive player in college football. He chose Saquon Barkley. Whatever, dude. Like, I get it. Saquon Barkley is a physical specimen. He can squat the entire weight room. He's fast. He's strong. He's dynamic with the ball in his hands. But the fact is, he's not going to have the ball in his hands all the time. Trace McSorley's going to have the ball in his hands all the time at Penn State. It's not going to be Saquon Barkley. And as Ohio State proved, Saquon Barkley does not save you. They beat him twice now. Like, they can shut down a Saquon Barkley. Ohio State has proven that time and again. Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, has beaten Ohio State. So I don't get it. How could you pick that guy as your most impressive player? I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but they're not entitled to me not picking their opinion apart. But I digress. The point of this video was to say that Baker Mayfield's draft stock is rising no matter who you talk to. It's about what the ceiling is where we have the debate. All right. Some people believe his ceiling in the second round. Some people believe he could be drafted in the first round. But really what it comes down to is he going to be a 6'1" quarterback who ends up like Russell Wilson or Drew Brees, who can lead a football team and lead a football team to a Super Bowl? Or is he going to be like Johnny Manziel, who's got all this promise and all this talent, but flames out because of his attitude? I wouldn't put Baker Mayfield as the same attitude as Johnny Football, because Baker Mayfield's just not that kind of guy, even though he does have the arrest in Arkansas for drinking, so forth, so on. He's been contrite, but ever since then, he's kept a clean head. He's been competitive. He's been outspoken. He's been what you would want a quarterback to be in 2017, and I don't think that's going to hurt him in the future. All right, that's all from me. If you like the videos, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more OU football and college football commentary. Thanks for being here. All right, I'm out. Deuces.